Raider Nation, listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is something way out of the ordinary. And when I say out of the ordinary, I mean a heavy atmosphere, unexpected decisions, and an on-field moment that left a lot of people, including folks inside the building, straight up stunned. There's stuff here that's going to catch you off guard, and you need to stay with me until the end to understand the full weight of what's going on. And before we dive in, if you're the kind of fan who actually wants to know what really happens inside the silver and black, not just the cute polished posts floating around out there, then become part of the family by smashing that subscribe button and rolling with us. This is where the truth shows up. This is where the nation gathers to hear what nobody else is willing to say. Let's get into it. It all started with the kind of scare that sends chills down the spine of the entire fan base. Ashton Janney, the absolute engine of this offense, felt his ankle late in the fourth quarter against the Browns after taking a heavy shot. In that moment, the entire Allegiant Stadium just went silent. The reaction from everyone was instant. Great. We just lost the only guy carrying this offense on his back. But hold on. Pete Carroll said Monday he hasn't heard anything suggesting Janney will miss practice, and the chances of him suiting up against the Chargers are high. That, to me, is a massive relief. Even in that painful 24-10 loss, Janney was the only bright spot in the middle of the chaos. 108 total yards, 25 touches, 2 touchdowns, one of them through the air. He did everything, literally everything. And let's be real, if you're to miss time, which Carroll says shouldn't happen, the alternatives don't come close to the impact he brings. Mostert, Zamir White, Dylan Lobby, they all have something to offer, but none of them keep defensive coordinators up at night. And that tells you exactly what's wrong with this offense right now. If Janney is the only light, it's because everything else is in the dark. And that's exactly where things start to get heavier. Because while Janney was shining, the rest of the offense was flat out lost. The stadium was packed, the nation was fired up, and once again the offense didn't show up. It's already becoming routine, and the frustration is growing. Then came the moment nobody expected. After another weak performance, Geno Smith walked off the field and, out of nowhere, appeared to flip off the crowd. Yes, the Raider Nation. The people who pay big money. The people who support no matter what. The people who don't walk away. The organization was pressed by the media and responded saying they were disappointed, that they had already talked to Smith, and that the matter was being handled seriously. But let's be honest here. This is indefensible. Smith hasn't played well. He hasn't lived up to expectations. And now he creates a situation that affects his relationship with the fans, and even inside the locker room. There are people in the building saying this might have been the breaking point. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. But, as always with the Raiders, just when you think things can't get any crazier, something else hits. Hours after the loss, the front office made a move almost no one expected this early. They fired offensive coordinator Chip Kelly and senior assistant Bob Bicknell. It happened fast, but let's be real, it wasn't shocking. The offense didn't evolve, didn't respond, didn't adjust. It kept repeating the same mistakes week after week. The players were frustrated, the fan base was tired, and the front office decided to act. The real surprise came in the next announcement. Greg Olsen is stepping in as the interim offensive coordinator. Yes, him again, for the third time. And when you look at the track record, it doesn't exactly inspire confidence. In previous stints, his offense is ranked among the worst in the league. Lions, Bucks, Jaguars, same story everywhere. And that leaves the nation raising an eyebrow, because we do have talent. Janney, Brock Bowers, playmakers, but there's no identity, no direction, no offense that actually works. And that leads to the big question, why now? Because the loss to Shedeur Sanders in his NFL debut was the breaking point. It was symbolic, it was embarrassing, and it made it clear that something bigger had to change. The front office acted, but now comes the hardest part. Will the system change? Will the philosophy change? Will the playbook finally come alive? Can Olsen fix structural problems in just a few weeks? The entire NFL is watching. Some will see this as instability. Others will see it as guts. The next few games will tell which one is true. And now I'm throwing this one back to you, Nation. Is the front office actually steering this team in the right direction? Or are they still avoiding the moves that really need to be made? Drop your take in the comments, because it matters a lot. And while you're at it, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and come along with me as we follow every step of this roller coaster life of being a fan of the silver and black. Just win, baby.